What? Beta male energy? The alpha has... What is this? Drew, what are you going on about? I was happy you were back and now you're not making any sense and just going off the rails here. Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Writer, and today we're gathered here for the return of the 2-hour Smackdowns, and it's pre-taped this week because it's 4th of July and all that, so there is that to factor into the equation, but yeah, I don't know what to expect. Okay, well, Jacob's going after Solo out of the car, so that's happening right at the start of the show. But Tiffany is doing the same thing that EO was doing over on Monday Night Raw. Here's my challenger, and we'll chit-chat about that later, but the build to Evolution has just not been good. Anyway, then they've got 2 shows back-to-back to, like, kind of build up towards, right? Like Saturday night's main event and Evolution and all that. It's a mess. But we've got Cody, Tiffany, Jade all making appearances, so that is all happening. So, yeah, I mean, we had a big fight to kick things off with Jacob and Solo in the parking lot. And, well, Cody's coming out here to kick off the show properly. So we're just gonna be here to watch our stories. So as per usual, grab your snacks, grab your choice beverage, get comfy and cozy. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of your mental health. Make sure that you're not littering, and just please, for the love of God, don't litter. We've seen a lot of littering around the neighborhood because we had, like, the fireworks and everything this weekend, and please don't litter. And please pick up after your dogs. And make sure that you're taking extra care of your pets this weekend because of the fireworks and everything. Oh, God, those poor animals. Listen, I don't have any pets right now myself, but I grew up with pets, and I grew up with a lot of pets in the neighborhood. We got a lot of pets in the neighborhood. Anyway, let's get right to the reaction, people. We got a lot of ground to cover. Yes, no, maybe so on this pre-taped Smackdown, on the return of the 2-hour Smackdowns. Alrighty, so Cody's got the crown with him because he won King of the Ring. Dude, it feels like King of the Ring was like 6-7 weeks ago as opposed to 6-7 days ago. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that energy, but that's how I'm feeling. Cody, we have a lot to talk about. We really do. Cody, we don't deserve you. We really don't. That was awesome. That was awesome. That's the King of the Ring crown, Cody. He's leaving pieces of his soul around. That's what's happening. Y'all, I do not trust that match whatsoever with Cody and Cena at SummerSlam. I don't trust it, and oh boy, Randy Orton's coming out here now. Oh boy. You've got Seth Rollins floating around, even though he said he wasn't gonna go. That whole mess with Seth on Monday night, if y'all haven't heard that logic. Also, let me know if you want me to keep going, just doing double duty for a little bit. It's the summertime, I can't stand hot weather, and quite frankly, I'm having a little bit of fun, so there's that. He did say that, Randy did say that to Cody. See, we were saying that, though. We were saying that. See, Cody pulled the trigger this time. Oh yeah, we did see Randy's facial expression after the match, too. Randy's like, all right, Cody, now go finish the job. Go after John Cena. Oh, Drew! Oh, I've missed this dude so much. Bored at work? We don't deserve you, Drew. We don't deserve you. I mean, this has got to be a good sign, though, if Drew's in the whole mix with, like, Cody and Randy at this point. Drew's about to just call out everybody at this point. He's just gonna call them out on their nonsense. What? Beta male energy? The alpha has... What is this? Drew, what are you going on about? I was happy you were back and now you're not making any sense and just going off the rails here. Oh, snap. Yeah, that's what we were saying, too, with the back situation. That was part of the story there. That cost him. That's been the thread with Cena, Randy, Cody now at this point, right? I would kind of disagree with that one, Drew. He called him Super Cody. He called him Super Cody. That's a match we want too, Drew. Yeah, I was about to say, Drew only wants Cody to win this thing so that he can get the title next, right? No, you're just gonna self-sabotage, Drew. That's literally what happens. See, there you go. You walked right into an RKO. That was a good call right there from Joe. You could tell the passion was right there. I loved it. We're gonna get this matchup at some point in the near future with Cody and Randy. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I could sense we're gonna get this. Yeah, there was a lot that happened, but also not a lot that happened. Of course, you were basically recapping what was going on at Night of Champions, and Drew came back, so yay, Drew! So, yeah, this was still a good little segment overall, so, yeah, we'll give this a thumbs up, mostly because Drew's back, even though he kind of went off the rails a little bit. Okay, so we have a triple threat tag team match involving Alexa and Charlotte, Michin and B-Fab, and the Secret Hervice. And the winner goes to Evolution, and at Evolution there's a fatal four-way for the women's tag team title. So back on Monday Night Raw, they basically said, okay, Raquel and Roxanne, they can defend the titles, and that's how they're going to show that they can prove that they can team together. We have been just like probably roasting this build for Evolution. And I'm like, oh, there's kind of more of a build for Saturday night's main event, because they just announced that Randy and Drew would get a match, and they've kind of had just interactions throughout the year as well. But yeah, they're having an Evolution. It's a bit of a mess to say the least. I feel for Evolution. Well, I mean, we also have the NXT Women's Championship, which will be pretty good with JC Jane and Jordan Grace. Then there's also Rhea versus Io, and that was a mess too. Apparently Tiffany's getting the same sort of situation where it's like, just, hey, I want to face somebody for the championship and defend that. A lot of people are kind of mad at the fact that people are critiquing the build for Evolution, even though we wanted the show, and I'm like, yes, we wanted Evolution too, but it's just kind of rushed together a little bit. But yeah, winner of this matchup will join another team from NXT and I think another team from Raw. I don't know, but there's like 2 other teams that are going to be in that fatal 4-way heading into Evolution. And the sponsor of this match is the new Superman movie, which I'm going to go see on Thursday night. So I will report back and let y'all know how the movie was. A good portion of that movie was filmed up in my original hometown area, up in Cleveland, Ohio, and then bits and pieces were actually filmed here in Cincinnati, so there's that. And we're off to commercial break, and we've been yapping too much again. Oopsies. Alrighty, we're back from commercial break. Piper got a near fall on, I think, who did she get the near fall on? I can't see. Okay, she got the near fall on Charlotte. Well, Michin just ducked out of the way there, but anytime that B-Fab gets an opportunity, she shines. And you just love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Oh, okay, so B-Fab just countered what would have likely have been the figure 8. Charlotte got sent to the second turnbuckle in her corner, and Alexa got the sneaky tag in, and so Alexa's now in this. Okay, so Michin just broke up what would have been the sister Abigail from Alexa, and then Alba Fire just hit a Canadian destroyer. Piper just, well, she pretty much just took out B-Fab right there. Okay, Charlotte's in the mix-up. That's a spear. This is the sort of side quest that I'm kind of here for with Charlotte. I'm just saying. Wait, how was that a tag? Alexa wasn't holding the ropes, though. Was that a tag? Did they count that as a tag? Yeah, no, what was going on there? Oh, poor Chelsea. She just got booted off the apron. Yeah, Alexa's not the legal person in this match. Wait, what? The pat on the head, but she wasn't holding the rope. Time out. And isn't that the thing in a tag team match? Like, aren't you supposed to hold the little rope that's in the corner? What? Okay, that just happened. Again, I like this whole situation with Alexa and Charlotte. I really do. And I want to see where things move forward, because I sense that they're going to be a team for a little bit and then things are going to fall apart at some point. Poor Chelsea, though. She got booted right off the apron. That looked awful. But, yeah, that all just happened. Okay, so talk about hastily put together matches, sort of, kind of, but I get what they're going for here at least. So, you know how like the entire tag team division, they've kind of been running with this story here that everybody's kind of terrified of the Wyatt Six, so the tag teams kind of have to come together to take down like the evil, spooky villain, if you will. Well, we have one member from each tag team in the SmackDown tag team division, I believe, going up against the Wyatt Six. So, like, Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Berto, and Chris Sabin all teaming up together against the Wyatt Six. Again, it's super campy, and I'm kind of here for it. They called back. They actually brought up the lore. They brought up the Dexter and Gargano lore from, like, all the way back on NXT. Oh my god, remember the wedding? Oh my god. Wedding segment. Oh my god. Oh. I think we were here for that one too. Oh, wrestling is so silly. I love how there's a sign in the crowd that says the Browns suck. And I'm like, I would agree with that. Yet they're getting moved out of Cleveland again, getting a brand new stadium and everything. We don't get a new stadium here or a new arena here in Cincinnati. Sounds about right. Alrighty, everybody, we're back from the commercial break. We've got Montez Ford and now we've got Joe Gacy in the ring. I'm just now realizing that Uncle Howdy is actually in the match, like just in general. Like he's usually just kind of chilling over there in the rocking chair. So Gacy and Loomis make a pretty decent tag team together, just from some of the moves that they've been doing. I'm here for it. Oh, Oh, okay, so Montez Ford was trying to get out of the hold there, and then, well, Dexter Lumis kind of caught him there. Oh, I was gonna say, I wouldn't get that close. Okay, there we go. He's got the tag into Chris Sabin now. Again, this whole situation's giving off, like, Monster of the Week type energy to me, and I'm here for it. I'm back to my Supernatural rewatch. I'm somewhere in season 3, I think. So, that's fresh in my brain. Oh, okay, that running streak right there from Gacy to Gargano, that sounded painful right there. That I heard that. Okay, I think Nikki was trying to even make the save in there. There's so much happening. Oh no, this is all falling apart. This is all falling apart. Okay, well there goes Gacy. Montez Ford's like, oh geez, I gotta take out everybody again. There we go. I see what he did there. I see what he did there. I see what Uncle Howdy did there. Rowan's in the ring now. Oh man. Yeah, I think he's just gonna clear house at this point. Oh my lord. Did you see like Berto and how far he flew over? He like went right literally onto that barricade at ringside. Okay, Chris Sabin got the DDT in there. That was cool. Oh, Gargano, are you kidding me? He's like the one person in the horror movie that somehow goes until close to the end of the movie, then gets offed, and then we celebrate. That's the energy I got from him right there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there go the Wyatts. Well, the Wyatts pick up the wins. That's great. Gargano, if I'm you, I'm getting out of there, because I wouldn't want to deal with the Wyatts, but I also wouldn't want to deal with everybody backstage, because the other people are backstage with Nick Aldis, because that was a whole backstage segment. Oh, Gargano. Again, this whole feud is very silly in a way, but I'm here for it. Again, it gives me spooky movie vibes, and I'm here for it. Again, I love spooky movies. Let me know if you just generally enjoy spooky movies, and what your favorites are down in the comments down below. But yeah, I thought this was a good little match. I enjoyed it. Again, I'm just enjoying this little story here, just in general. So we'll go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Alrighty, friends, we've got Tiffany Stratton out here, and she's out here to announce who her challenger is. See, we know that, like, of course, over on the Raw side of things, Rhea and Io, they've obviously had their stuff go on heading into WrestleMania and everything. I get that, but like there was no reason or plot point to kind of bring them back together facing each other. I don't know. That's why I had the problem with that earlier. That was a good match last week with Nia and Tiffany. Why are we picking our opponents? I'm all confused. I said the same thing on the Raw reactions. All right, well, Jade's interrupting, which makes sense since Jade gets to take on presumably Tiffany at SummerSlam, right? Because she won Queen of the Ring, so she gets the title opportunity. That's how it works. She gets the title opportunity at SummerSlam. I almost said Smackdown. Almost said it. Okay, but Jade's really just running with this. Look at this look. 10 out of 10. That's getting a thumbs up right there. Well, yeah, because she defended her title in a last woman standing match. Like, I would assume that would take a toll on somebody. We also gotta watch out for Naomi, too. She's got that Money in the Bank briefcase. Okay, wait a second here. So wait, is Tiffany taking on Trish Stratus? Is this what's happening? Okay, I mean, that's fair. I mean, at least we're kind of connecting it back, but again, like, I wish there was like a little bit more to it. I don't know. See, this is Tiffany's way of saying thank you, Trish, for teaming up with her in Elimination Chamber. Can we remember those days? In the 30-second matches. Oh, we were in the trenches. Tiffany, did you not watch anything that Trish and Becky did in their feud or anything like that? Like, come on. See, that is fitting. Trish evolved and, well, the show's evolution. Again, with both the women's title matches, the main ones anyway, there's not really like I've been saying, like, I don't like this whole, like, let's just announce who our challengers are and just pick our own challengers. Like, again, the women's tag team titles, you need number one contenders. The women's Intercontinental Championship had to have a number one contender. Why don't the women's titles have number one contenders matches? Like, I just, what is this? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we've got Fraxiom, which probably explains why they weren't involved in that 8-person tag match earlier with the Wyatts, because they're also a part of the tag team division in that whole situation, right? And now we got Fenix and Andrade, so they're, I guess, a tag team now together, like, legit, like, officially, which I'm actually kind of okay with. But I just hope that, like, well, the U.S. title seems to be going into Bloodline Vortex territory, which, I mean, could be a good thing, possibly, if that means the Bloodline's just kind of its own self-contained thing. But at the same time, I'm a little concerned about it. Just a little bit. Because, I mean, the Bloodline was supposed to really just, you know, be like, of course, you know, the big story, right, at one point, and help elevate people that kind of got involved in there, right? But yeah, it's been the vortex now for a little bit. But this should be good. This should be good. I mean, all these dudes just, you know, their styles just really mesh together, so this should be good. Oh, yeah, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Okay, Nathan Frazier and Axiom are both taking turns just going outside the ring to take out Andrade and Rey Fenix. That's all happening. Alrighty, we're back from the commercial break. People have no chill outside whatsoever on this 4th of July, and we're here to watch the rest of this match. Yeah, that is true. It's the transitions, too. I mean, like, really, Nathan Frazier and just Axiom, they're a well-oiled machine at this point. They're going to be very smooth and very crisp, so that makes sense. Whereas Rey Fenix and Andrade, they've started teaming together recently, so that makes sense. Okay, well, that top-down angle just kind of went off-center there, but I get what they were going for. Okay, so we have Andrade in the ring now. Rey Fenix got some good air on that. Oh, my lord. Did y'all just see that? Frazier kicks out. Okay, wait, we just got back from commercial break, though, so we had the save made, and now we're going back to commercial break. Like, okay, we just got like another 2 minutes of the match. Oh, okay. Alright, we're back from the commercial break. People are still going off with fireworks right now. It's like 9:34, so that might add up. That might add up. Because it finally got dark outside. I don't know. I also did not see the tag there. Okay, what just happened? There was a lot that happened. I would like to know how all of that works, right? Like, you have like a double header, like back-to-back shows. Like, I wonder how much time was in between Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown, and how long, like, Smackdown, like, was it like the full 2-hour show that we're kind of seeing at home? Like, obviously sans the commercials, right? But you get where I'm going with, right? Okay, well, that was something else. That was something else in the ropes there. Oh my god! Did you just hear that chop? Oh my god. That just gave off like real, like, mom come pick me up, I'm scared vibes right there. There's so many tags happening. I'm like losing track over here. Well, there's the Spanish Fly. Yeah, that's it. No, Rey Fenix is right there, though. Okay, well, that's certainly one way to break up a pin. The crowd's chanting, "This is awesome." I'd have to agree with them. This has been insane. This has been insane to follow. What was this ending? There was so much that happened right here. There was so much that happened at the end that I don't even know what we just watched. Rey Fenix's enthusiasm right here, just energy, is just great. Dude, what in the world just happened? I don't know what we just watched. This was insane. This was hard to follow at times, but the crowd clearly enjoyed it. And yeah, this was insane. I'm giving it a thumbs up. Alrighty, everybody, we're back to the weekly Bloodline shenanigans here on Friday Night Smackdown. We got Jimmy and Jacob versus Solo and JC. Solo won the United States Championship off of Jacob at Night of Champions because of all the Bloodline shenanigans. Not only did we have JC Mateo get involved, but we had a returning Tongaloa, and then of course we had Hikuleo, and I think he got a new name. Let me take a little look-see-loo over here. Okay, so the former Hikuleo, who debuted at Night of Champions, he is now known as Talatonga. They did this for me, I swear to God. Because we have Tamatonga, Tongaloa, we have Talatonga now. Oh, this is great. Oh no, we got Solo and Jacob looking at each other. Oh no. I'm in tears just thinking about this. Just what is even happening at this point? Alright, we're back from the commercial break, and JC Mateo is going after Jimmy Uso. It does raise the question, though, like, is Jimmy gonna be the one to take it off Solo? I don't know. I don't exactly know. But, I mean, it would make sense, right? I think it would make sense. Oh, I heard that in the corner. I heard that from JC Mateo. Oh, I certainly heard that outside. God, I hope all the pets are okay. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, this looks like an opening to me. You know, I wish that Smackdown was also on Netflix so we could take advantage of that 2.5 hours that Monday Night Raw gets, because that's what I'm finding to be the sweet spot, because you get a little bit of everybody on the show, right? Like 3 hours, a little too much for a weekly show, but 2.5 seems to be the sweet spot. But like, I do wonder, like, are they just gonna like really shuffle everybody around again soon? Because it's been a minute since we had a reshuffle, right? Oh, there goes Jacob running right into Solo. Are we gonna see Talatonga. Yeah, there we go. I'm like, hang on here. Who is this? I need to work on the bloodline deck. Maybe I'll do that this weekend when it's 1,000 degrees outside again. On top of my other videos I need to edit. Okay, well, that's one way to take out JC Mateo. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. Okay, well, that is one way to take out somebody, and that's okay. So Jimmy took out JC, and then Jacob took out Solo on the outside of the ring there. Oh, okay, well, he just hit the post there. There's Solo with the kick. Again, I'm not opposed to Solo having this title. I just wish he would have won it like 2 years ago, back when he was the enforcer of the bloodline. Or even like last year. Last year would have been fine too when he took over like as the tribal chief. Okay, see, now Jacob beat Solo here. So, like, since he's the one that pinned Solo, does that kind of mean like rematch possibly? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. Oh, Solo. Oh boy, here we go. We got Jacob cleared off that commentary table over there. Things aren't looking too good for Solo, to say the least. He's taking his time, though. That's the problem. Oh, there he is. Tongaloa, the legend returns. I'm not vibing with this new bloodline. I mean, I know it's early, but I'm not vibing with it. We're back to the weekly bloodline shenanigans in full force. Love this for us. And down goes Jacob and Jimmy. Solo's like, put him through the table, pull him through the table. Like, can you leave the commentary table out of this? But I mean, like, I guess it's fine because I think they waited until the very end of the show, so that's fair, that's fine. Imagine we get a segment with Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Talatonga. I'm waiting for it! I'm waiting for it! We're almost 5 full years with this bloodline, just in general. I'm tired. Well, hey, we made it to 10 o'clock, so yay. This is weird. Like, we've been in the trenches with the 3-hour Smackdown for some time now, right? For the past 6 months. And it feels weird ending right at 10 o'clock. Like, it feels weird. Like, I just wish there was a way to get 2.5 hours. Because that's the sweet spot right there. That is definitely the sweet spot. But, again, we'll give it a few weeks, see how it goes with the 2 hours back before we really make a final verdict. But overall, this matchup happened. Again, just it's the bloodline and just all their shenanigans. So, I mean, there's that. Again, I'm not buying this new bloodline whatsoever just yet, but my brain, but they could always change my mind on things, right? Right. First of all, apologies. We've got fireworks going off in the neighborhood. We have like all these fireworks shows like throughout the greater Cincinnati area that have just been going on basically the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. So there's a lot of fireworks. There's like 3 nights of fireworks pretty much at this point. Anyway, I feel like this is not necessarily the best assessment for the 2-hour Smackdown just because it was a pre-taped episode. I think like we'll give it a few weeks to see if it marinates or sticks, but this one was okay. I felt like this was like, okay, we could tell this was pre-taped. Did go by pretty quickly. I did enjoy the Rey Fenix and Andrade match versus Fraxiom. That one was just chaotic and I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the 8-man tag match, I think that was, where again, like we had the whole like, Wyatt's just being like the spooky monster movie type energy or whatever it is. I don't know. I just get a kick out of the whole tag team division situation versus the Wyatts. And next week, the Wyatts are getting a tag team title opportunity versus the Street Profits. So that's happening on top of R-Truth versus Aleister Black. So that is also happening next week. I think we're going to have things a little bit more stretched out, kind of moving ahead on SmackDown. Again, the build up for Evolution, like some things I'm like, okay, I get this, but it's been like a few months since this happened or whatever. Like, it's not like 100% a natural way to kind of weave things back into the equation. So again, to recap, Saturday night's main event next Saturday. We got Evolution next Sunday. And so far for Saturday night's main event, we got Drew versus Randy. We got LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. We've got Gunther versus Goldberg. So we'll watch both Saturday night's main event and Evolution. I don't know if we'll be here accordingly for that Friday Night Smackdown before. We will try to at least cover Monday Night Raw, so we'll see how things go. And then for Evolution, we got a whole bunch of matches already. It does feel a little bit more thrown together versus kind of a more organic build, but some of them have more like stories behind them, and those are kind of the ones I'm looking forward to the most, honestly. Here's the rundown for Evolution so far. So we have JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title. We got the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team titles titles. We have a battle royal for women's championship opportunity at a Clash in Paris, and that's, I think, at the end of August. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship, and we have the No Holds Barred match with Jade and Naomi. I didn't catch the No Holds Barred portion of it, so is that like a thing? Is that a thing? Okay, well, it was on, okay, so it's from WWE.com. Yeah, that would make it legit. And I'm assuming they're also going to add something in there with Lyra, Bayley, and Becky for the women's IC title. Maybe, just maybe. That could be wishful thinking. I don't know. Because I think they need some more momentum on there, and that's another like natural story. I'm really glad they added Jade versus Naomi, and Naomi's got a custom briefcase herself, and it looks awesome. So I mean, so for Evolution, again, like the build's been a little funky, but it's looking like it'll stick the landing because we know the women are going to deliver. Just I can feel it. We also don't have the other mid-card titles on the show. Those could possibly be sprinkled on other shows. I don't know. Like the Women's United States Championship and also the Women's North American Championship over on NXT. So those are the only other two titles that I don't see so far that may or may not make the show. I don't know. But either way, let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of SmackDown down in the comments down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications around here and that sort of thing. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.